You want to say hi?
Hi.
Austin says hi. He has the spots on his face, and we're not sure what it is. He's been watching a lot of YouTube, so he has bags under his eyes, so he's going to watch less because he doesn't want dark circles under his eyes. Right, Austin?
Mm-hmm.
I was asking him, do you want dark circles under your eyes?
No.
That's right. Hey, we don't pick our nose. Where do the boogers go? Where do the boogers go?
Now I can
Hey, don't wipe it on my table. Don't wipe it on my desk. Hey, gross. Hey, that's disgusting. Don't wipe your boogers on my desk.
I get to be the video judge. Now, Mommy, get out of my way.
Oh, okay. So Austin's gonna share with you on the video today. What are you gonna talk about? What do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you think about yourself?
Now look at the down. Look down.
When you look in the mirror, what do you see?
Now look
Like,
down.
what are you thinking right now when you look at yourself in the mirror, Austin? What do you think? Like, oh, I'm so handsome, or oh, this is so much fun.
I don't know.
You don't
I
know?
did not see anything.
He doesn't see anything. He
No,
doesn't
I
have any
didn't say
preconceived
anything.
notions about himself.
I don't say anything.
You don't say anything. Hey, I don't want your tissue. You throw it in the trash can.
I'm gonna get you 30. Da-da-da.
Pretty gross. So he like picks his boogers when he thinks no one's watching, and I'm like, they go in the Kleenex. Where do the boogers go, Austin? Not in my hair. Where do they go? Not in my hair. Hey, don't rub your nose in my hair. Where do boogers go?
In the trash can.
In the trash can. That's right. The other day, so we're potty training Ava. We're potty training Ava, and she wears underwear. And sometimes she poops in her pants. And sometimes a little piece of the poop falls out. And one time I didn't know, and she was rolling something between her fingers. I thought it was a piece of booger. And I was like, what is that smell? So she goes to me, she goes, ew. So I look at it, and guess what it is? Yeah, it's a piece of poop that she was rolling between her fingers like boogers. Yeah, pretty gross, right?
Yeah, pretty gross.
Yeah, so kids can be pretty gross. That's why they're full of germs and they get sick.
Yeah.
But one other way is there to build their immune system. Anyways, have you heard of this book, Mirror Work, by Louise Hay? It's she was probably the leader of affirmations and standing for the mirror and saying like positive affirmations. Here's a piece right here. And here's Jay. He climbed on my table and then he dropped his Lego, so now he's upset. The other two pieces are down there. You see that?
No, there's too many of them. They're not
Yeah.
the
And then he picked his nose and he rubbed his booger in my hair and on my desk. Yeah, I'm talking to my husband, so I give him an update what happened. Anyways, so Louise Hayes, she, there's Hay House, and she writes books, and she's probably the creator of, like, writing powerful manifestations. I don't know, Austin, that's all I see. And so I was the first activity, so this is 21 days of activities you can do. In the first activity, you stand in front of the mirror, and you look at yourself in the face, in the eye, and you take a deep breath and you say this affirmation. You say, I want to like you. I want to really learn to love you. Let's go for it and really have some fun. And then you take a deep breath and you say, I'm learning to really like you. I'm learning to really love you. And then you say your own name as you say. You go, I'm willing to learn to love you, Tuan. I'm willing to learn to love you. So I'm standing here and I'm saying, I'm really learning to love you. I'm really learning to like you. I'm really learning to love you, Tuan. And I felt kind of silly. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, do I like myself? Do I love myself? That's as far as I got in the book so far. And this is 21 days. So we're just beginning our journey together, my friends. And she also recommends that you look in the mirror often and have a mirror with you so that you can do these mirror work affirmations. So at work, many of us, we have like a mirror on our desk. And usually they say like if you're smiling on the phone, then that means the customer can hear you smiling, if you're smiling in the mirror, you're smiling, then when people and your customers, your clients can hear you smiling on the phone. So I have this mirror in front on my desk, and I'm looking at myself as I do work. And then sometimes I think, Tuan, you're a good looking person. You're a beautiful person. And then sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, wow, you look like you did not get any sleep last night. And then sometimes I look at myself and I say, I think you should put on some lipstick. Don't you think you should put on some lipstick? And then some days I'm like, whoa, like, what were you thinking about that hair? Because, like, I'll have it all piled up high in my head or something. And then some days I'm like, oh, your hair looks really nice today. You look really elegant today. And so, like, I'm having these conversations with myself. And I realized that yes, looking at yourself in the mirror often is really good for you, actually. Like, we think, oh, like, if I'm a humble person, I wouldn't be obsessed with how I look. I wouldn't have a mirror on my desk, or I wouldn't look in the mirror all the time to see how I am. But I was thinking, instead, if you had a mirror within your access all the time, you had a mirror where you typically worked, or when you walk by a mirror or reflection, you would look at yourself, just to kind of check in to see, like, hey, how are you feeling at this moment? What's going through your mind? Like, how do you see yourself? How do you perceive yourself? What do you think? And it's a whole gamut of stuff. Some days I approve of myself, and some days I feel happy, and some days I'm crying and I see the tears in my face, and then some days I'm like, oh, did you get any sleep? Did you get any rest? Because you look like you have circles under your eyes or something. And I have this Diva ring, this light right here. The lighting is very flattering, so it doesn't show like the circles under my eyes and stuff like that. And so can be deceiving. But when you look at yourself in the mirror, like, you might not have a Diva ring light on. You might not have like the best bathroom light. Not everyone has like bright lights surrounding their mirror for their makeup and such like that. And ask yourself, when you look at yourself, like, what do you think? Like, what do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? Like, what thoughts are going through your mind? Are they thoughts like are loving and kind, like you would look at your daughter or your son or anyone that you care about? Or are they like, are they kind of vindictive? And are they kind of painful? Are they kind of mean? Does it make you want to cry? And so I did the mirror work. I looked at myself and I repeated what Louise Hay asked me to do, which is, I'm learning to love you. I'm learning to like you. I'm really learning to love you, Tuan. And you're building an intimacy with yourself. You are learning to love yourself and embrace yourself exactly as you are. And I was thinking, gosh, the next step to do is to stand naked in front of the mirror and look at my body and see what I think. And then see all the flaws and then say, can I love this? Like, can you love your body exactly the way it is and choose to be happy because you're perfectly imperfect? Like, could I do that? And I think the first time I look at myself, I might be like, I don't know about that gut hanging over your underwear. Or if I'm not wearing underwear, I'd be like, I don't know about that gut hanging out there. And then maybe I think, okay, so you're not perfect. So you have a gut. What do you choose to do about it? And what if it wasn't about the results? It was actually the way that you were living. Like, let's say I have a gut, and let's say I do the work, meaning I track my food, I take care of myself, I eat intentionally, lots of vegetables, protein, watch my carbs, my fat, and definitely my sugar, and I exercise every day, right? And then I might not be getting the results, but I would say, well, are you taking really good care of yourself? Like, are you proud of how you're taking care of yourself? Like, is it up to your standard? And then would I grow to love my body and realize it's not perfect? Yeah, you have a gut hanging out, and your breasts are probably a little bit more saggy after having 2 kids and nursing them and breastfeeding them and stuff like that. And then you think, gosh, like, was it worth it? Was it worth it to push out 2 kids? Was it worth it to have the pregnancies? Was it worth it to have your body change? Was it worth it to go through all that. And of course it's worth it, right? I mean, these kids are amazing. They're like truly blessings in our lives, and they're just miracles, absolute miracles of life, and their comprehension and their joy and their happiness and their just how active they are is just astounding. Like the way they look at the world with wonder, it's, you know, it's eye-opening. It's a miracle to witness. So my challenge to you today, or tomorrow, and today, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, and say to yourself as you look at yourself deep in the eyes, right? You're looking at yourself deep in the eyes, and you say, I am learning to love you. I'm learning to like you. I'm learning to love you. And then insert your name. I am learning to love you, Tuan. And see what thoughts you have. Journal about it. And ask yourself, like, what do you really think about yourself? Does it make you want to cry? Does it make you happy? Are you dissatisfied with who you are and how you're living? If you could choose to be happy, would you? These are great questions, right? Throwing it out there. So I'll journal about it. I'll do the activity. I'll see what there is to see, and I'll share with you what I learned next. What else have I been up to? Well, today I had an amazing lunch with a beautiful friend. She is a fountain of love, and it's so nice to have like deep, powerful conversations with people you deeply care about. And you're not talking about the weather. You're not talking about some sports team. You're talking about what you're up to in life and what matters to you. And you're talking about like what projects you're working on, what's next in your career, what is next in your life, who you're going to visit, what ski trips you have planned, what vacations you have going on, how your kids are doing, how you are doing, what's your mindset, all of it. You know, when you have like deep, profound conversations, you talk about like life purpose and doing really meaningful things to really uplift humanity and our planet. Like, that's fun lunch conversation, right? Over some delicious food. Of course. I forgot to take a selfie with her. So that was what was going on today. I'm very busy, doing lots of busy stuff. I have a ski trip coming up next, so you can look forward to some streaming, some live videos from an area where there's more snow. So I'm looking forward to seeing my sister. I haven't seen her since November, so it'll be nice since Thanksgiving. What else? What else has been going on? That's pretty much it. You know, I was talking to my life coach, and sometimes like we get so overwhelmed by doing something that we don't do it at all. Like, for instance, I go live every day and I do this video and I pour this love into you and I share myself with you. I do the hard work, right? The so-called hard work. And then when there is the time to ask you to share my video if you see value, or the time for me to ask you to send me referrals if you know someone who's looking for a life coach, or I could share this video with 2 of my contacts each day, or I can ask 2 people each day to like my page. Like, it's a really small, simple action, but I just haven't done it. I haven't tracked it. If I don't track it, then I can say I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing, right? And so what there is to do is to track it, right? If you desire to track how much food you're eating, how much you're consuming, then you write down every single piece of food that you put in your mouth. If you desire to see if you're taking the action towards expanding your network of people, the people you like to share your message with, then you write down how many people you talk to each day. How many people did you share your video with? How many people did you ask to share your video? So, I'm asking you now. I'm a life coach. I love life coaching. Life coaching is deeply fulfilling. I love having deep, powerful conversations and providing a space for my clients to learn about themselves, to have access and see how powerful they are, the magnificent powerhouses, badasses they are, and for them to really see their blind spots and to have deep, transformative conversations and empowerment about how to really live a fulfilling, meaningful life. That's what I do as a life coach. So if you know someone who's looking for a life coach or sounds like they could benefit from a life coach, or what they're alluding to is something like a coach of some sort for their life, a guide, a mentor, please have them reach out to me and see if they're for me, if I'm for them. We can do a quick interview. We can have coffee together. We can have lunch together if they're local in the Dallas area. And we can talk about it and see what there is to see. And if you love this video and you love my energy and you love seeing me every day, please share my video. Please share my messages with other people that you think would like the video too. And also, if you don't already know, I have a like page called Soul, S-U-L-S-O-U-L, Soul, S-O-U-L, Soul Elevated Life. If you could go to my like page and give me a thumbs up, a like, I would deeply appreciate it. If you're looking for some testimonials to see how my coaching practice is going, feel free to visit my website at soulelevatedlife.com, and you can check out some testimonials there, and I'll post another one I just got. That was phenomenal. What else? So, I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. That's a loud motorcycle next door, outside on the street. So, I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. If you're looking for a life coach, you're looking for deep transformation, you're looking to have massively powerful, meaningful conversations with the people you care about, like your spouse, your significant other, your loved ones, your mom, your dad, your kids, your sister, your family, anybody, and you don't even know where to start. Or, oh yeah, really powerful conversations, uplifting conversations with yourself. That's where a life coach comes in. That's what I do for a living. And if you didn't already know, you are deeply, infinitely powerful. You are magnificent. You are a divine being of light. You are a manifestation of the multiverse. You are a child of God. And you have all this power within you. Everything you need to really succeed and be happy and fulfilled in life, you already have. It's all within you. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But I do. And now I do. And now I'll share that with you. You do. You do have all that you need, all that is meaningful to you within you. Within you. God exists within you. Light exists within you. And for some reason, we have like this odd idea. Maybe it's how we were raised. Maybe it's all the advertisements that we see on TV or social media and stuff like that, as if having the perfect skin would bring us happiness. Having the perfect body would bring us happiness. Having more hair on our head would make us happy. Wearing that gorgeous outfit will make us happy. Having the perfect lipstick and makeup will make us happy. Having the perfect marriage will make us happy. We think, somehow we're deluded into thinking that our happiness, something that gives us life fulfillment, is out there somewhere, either in a product or service we can buy, or a accomplishment that we can make. We think, right? But the truth is, none of it is out there. Everything of it is in here. Like everything you need, everything that could bring you life fulfillment and happiness starts with you accessing all that is in here. The light, the love, the God, the multiverse. Everything already exists within you. It's already here, right inside of you, in your soul. And we just forgot. We forgot how to access it. We forgot how to really tune into it and really access it in a powerful way. And that's what I do for you as a life coach. We have these deep, powerful conversations, and you start seeing and start accessing the power that you already have within you. It's a simple choice, it's a simple creation where you step into a different realm, a different paradigm, a different energy from the one that you're living now. And when you do, is when you truly see how powerful your life is, and how powerful you could be, and how happy and fulfilled you could be if only you would choose to be. It sounds so simple, right? I was thinking, what? Is it really that simple? Yes and no. If it was that simple and it was that easy, then yes, all of us would already be doing it. All of us would already be living deeply fulfilling lives. It is simple, but it's not always easy. We have all this baggage. We have all the stuff we grew up with. We have all these advertising coming at our faces. We have like all this stuff. And it just totally warps us into thinking the wrong thing. Like, We start thinking something is out there for our happiness and our fulfillment and our meaning. But no, everything is in here. As a life coach, there's nothing I could give you that you don't already have. I just help you access what you already have that you don't know you have access to. That's all. That's what people pay me for. That's all. It's funny because once you have a life coach and once you see how powerful you are, you just are floored that you lived your life any differently. That's what I learned. So, the thought of the day, look at yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, how do I see myself? Could you tell yourself, look at yourself in the eye and say, eyes, and say, I'm learning to love you. I'm learning to like you. I'm really, really learning to love you. And see how you feel and hear the conversation that goes through your mind when you say those things. Sending you love, light, profound clarity, and infinite possibility for all that you desire to create your life to be. Here's you living a soul elevated life, and I'll see you tomorrow.